Hey guys, Chuck Shumwell here, the car guy, downriver car guy, and the other day I made a video and it was, for some reason I lost it, I don't know what happened to it, but it was about leasing, and I'm always preaching about leasing, and I'm giving you good information about how to buy a car, and it doesn't matter to me whether you buy a Chevy or a Ford or a Chrysler or Toyota. My whole deal is in doing these videos is to help you get a better deal and understand how to buy a vehicle. So, with leasing, I want to come on and explain to you how a lease is figured and what the benefits are. And most people, when they look at a lease, they think of it as a rental, and it's not a rental, not whatsoever is it a rental. So when you lease a vehicle, that vehicle is yours for the term of the contract. So if it's a 24 or 36 month lease, that vehicle is yours. And I want to try to make a video short, and a lot of times I can't do that because there's so much to be said, and the stuff that I'm talking about is second nature to me because I've been doing this all my life. So when I come on and I explain to you how to save money, how to get a better deal, I hope that these videos help you people out there get a vehicle at a better price or an easier situation. And if it does, I just ask you to like and share my videos so that maybe somebody out there can benefit from them. But anyway, a lease. What is a lease? A lease is something that you are owning the vehicle from what it's worth later to the price that it is paid for now. So when you get a discount like through Ford or a supplier, that price is figured in there as a lower sale price. So what we do is we sell the vehicle to Ford Motor Credit and they lease it to you. So down payment and MSRP and residual, which is lease and future value, that's all the ways that a lease is figured. And I made some charts up. Like I said, that my other video, I lost it, so I wanted to make another one for you. But I want to show you and tell you how a lease works, number one. Number two, I'm going to show you the comparisons. Now listen, I've been doing this all my life, and when a customer comes in to see me, I will always mention a lease because I think that buying a car is the worst decision any human being can ever make, because you're investing in something that's going to depreciate as soon as you sign the line and drive it off the lot. It's going to depreciate 30% plus. That means you've lost that much, not to mention the 6% sales tax you've paid on the entire vehicle. There's going to be people that drive their vehicle for 10, 15 years, and they say, you know what, I want to own it. Fine, God bless you. I'm going to tell you a secret. I don't make any more money on you if you lease opposed to if you buy. I make the same amount of money. What's the benefit if you lease? The benefit is this to the dealership and to myself, is that I get to see you every 2 or 3 years instead of every 6 to 8 years. Also, in the market that we're in right now, where most everything that we do depends upon the automotive industry, it keeps new cars rolling down the assembly line when people are leasing and buying cars every 2 years, 3 years, opposed to every 6, 7, or 8 years, finding themselves in a negative equity situation where the payment goes up because the car, when they bring it in, is not worth what they owe on it. Okay, so here's a fact. And in all the time that I've been in this business, a lot of people have told me that bought cars, and again, if you want to buy it, that's fine. I'm not going to press that issue with you that much. But a lot of people that's bought cars from me said they want to own this vehicle and they want to buy it they want to drive it until the wheels fall off. Great. Statistics, my proof of being in this business for so long, that most people come back between 3 and 4 years and they're ready for some new technology, the new model. Their needs have changed and something else has to happen for them. So what we do is we get their car appraised and it comes back. They still owe money on it. The vehicle is not worth what they owe on it because they put the minimum amount of money down on it, and it's just it snowballs from there. So every objection that might be on this video, fine, send them. I've heard every single one of them in 30 years that I've been doing this. But I want to show you first. How a lease works and how they figure a lease. Because if you don't know what's happening or how it works, then you're not going to participate in it. So let me first show you, and I'm going to have to turn the camera around and show you how it works. But I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to show you how they figure a lease on every vehicle, regardless of the automaker that you're buying it from. Okay, so hold on one second here. So every vehicle has an MSRP, which is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And I know the sound might have went down because I switched it over. Every vehicle from the manufacturer is going to guess what that vehicle is going to be worth according to the term, whether it be 2 years or 3 years. So that's called the lease end value, or the future value, which is the residual, and the cost of what it's sold for. So what it sells for is exactly the same as if you're negotiating on a sell price, or if you have A plan, Z plan, or X plan. And then the lease factor, which is known as the annual percentage rate, the APR, or the interest rate. So if we were to take this vehicle and we were to say that the MSRP, the manufacturer suggested retail price, is $20,000, which is sticker price. Now let's just guess that the residual in 3 years is going to be 50%. That leaves us with $10,000 to finance. That's divided by the 24 or 36 months. If we were to have a plan, and this is just guessing numbers, it's not real numbers, so don't get caught up on that. But let's just say the A plan saved you $2,000, okay? Or we'll call that the sale price. That's what we're selling the vehicle to Ford Credit for, or Allied, or GM Financial, or whatever automaker you're buying it from. Let's just say there's a rebate for $1,000. Okay, that's going to cut it down another $1,000, and then maybe you want to put down $1,000. Now that we took all of those numbers, we've got $6,000 that we're dividing by a 2 or a 3 year lease, and that's plus the APR, or the lease factor. That's how the payment is figured on a lease. It's just that simple. You're going to pay the difference of what the vehicle is worth later, opposed to what we're selling it for now. That's what you're going to pay the difference in, plus a slight lease rate, or annual percentage rate, is where the lender makes the money. Okay. So what I did further is I went and I did some real payments, and I know that a lot of people on my last video says, oh, you know what, everybody doesn't get A plan or Z plan or X plan. So what I did was I figured out numbers without that. So when I figure these numbers, remember, these are without the employee discount. If you have the employee discount, these numbers are going to be dramatically lower into the plus side of the employee discount. So remember that. I'm just showing you, if you're the average Joe coming off the street without any employee discounts, this is what your payments will be compared to a buy on a new vehicle. So I'm going to turn you around again. So the real payments with no employee discount, zero money out of pocket, that means nothing, sign and drive, 2018 F-150. Okay, so you know what, we've got a 3-year lease at $395, or we've got a 5-year buy. That means you finance it for 60 months. The real payment would be $774 at a decent interest rate. You take $774, you minus the $395, that's $379 times 36. If it's a 3-year lease, you have saved $13,644 to drive the exact same truck for the exact same amount of time. And if you decided to come back and release times 2, it's going to be less than this, because you're going to get the lease renewal, or F to F, so to say. But over 6 years, you're going to save $27,288. That is real numbers. Those are not fake numbers. Those are real numbers. That's what you save by leasing. And you're always under warranty. You never have any negative equity. And you're always going to be able to turn it in, most times 3 months early, because most times Ford is running the early bird, which is going to pay your last 3 payments. As long as you're under the contracted miles, they prorate the miles, you're going to be able to get out of it and get to something else. And in 3 years, you're already ready for another vehicle, no matter what. 3 years, 36,000 miles. And these are not low miles. These are not 10.5. These are 12,000. These are middle of middle of the run miles, 12,000 miles a year. That means 12,000 miles, 3 years, your warranty is going to be up when you bring that vehicle back. Okay? Okay, so let me one step further. I want to show you because I want to make the video fast. These videos that are long, people don't like to watch, but I want to make it fast. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to show you that if you came into my lot or if you bought the vehicle after 2 years, I found a random 2016 F-150 equipped as close as to what I can to the new vehicle. And I also did an NADA value, so all the numbers match. These are real numbers right now online. You can find them yourself, but I'm going to show you the difference between buying a used vehicle right now that's 2 years old, or 2 years old, opposed to leasing a new one. So hold on a second. If you went and bought a 2016 F-150, and I'll show you right now, I went online and I found an F-150 2016. The selling price of this vehicle is $34,695. You know what? That's pretty fair because I did an NADA value on one with 24,000 miles on it, and that vehicle was $37,075. And if it was certified, it's going to be $39,000. So this truck is not certified, so I think this sale price is actually pretty fair. So if you took a used vehicle right now at $34,695 and you took and financed it for 5 years, your payment would be an average of $667 a month to buy. A new F-150 with the same equipment would be $395 to lease. You've saved $272 a month to lease a brand new vehicle for 3 years. You've saved almost $10,000 to lease a brand new vehicle opposed to buying a used vehicle that you've already paid Uncle Sam 10 or 6% sales tax on. Not to mention it's going to lose 30% value as soon as you drive it off the lot. You say, Chuck, I drive so many miles. Well, you know what? If you drive 20,000 miles a year, you're still going to save $100 a month more than buying this used vehicle. Whether you decide to lease or buy is really your decision. Like I said, I make the same amount of money on you in commission-wise, whether you lease or you buy. Most people have the A plan. Most people know somebody that works for Ford that has the X plan. You know, if you want a vehicle that's going to, vehicles are like disposable lighters. You know, once the fluid is gone, the warranty is gone, you throw them away. You get done with them. Who wants a vehicle that you're going to have to pay, especially with all the technology now? If something goes wrong, you've got to pay thousands of dollars to get it fixed. It ain't like the old days where you could just jack this thing up, pull the carburetor off, put another one on, you know, yank the transmission off, put another. It's not that way anymore. So vehicles are disposable, and they're very important in our lives. They're what we use. We depend on them. We depend on the roadside assistance. We depend on the warranties. We depend on them working when we need them to work. So leasing is always going to be the best, less expensive way to buy a vehicle, to own a vehicle. If you got any questions, send them to me. 734-642-6681 is how you can text me. If this video has been any benefit to you, or you think it might be a benefit to one of your friends on your Facebook, please share it. I really would appreciate it. But I'm here to help you save money, save time, as you have seen in my past videos. And you know, there is no reason at all that I can think of anymore to actually buy a vehicle other than I'm paying cash for it, I'm driving it to church and the grocery store, both ways downhill, I don't need a warranty, and it's going to stay in my garage for 90% of the time, okay? Or I'm buying a $2,000 vehicle for my college kid that's needs something that I don't want to make payments on. I want to have full coverage insurance on. You know, there are situations to where you're going to want to buy a vehicle, and I agree with that. But my professional opinion is that leasing is the least amount of cash out of your pocket to drive a vehicle. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's so long. I try to keep them short, but I really wanted you to understand about why you should lease, the difference in numbers, the difference in buying a used vehicle opposed to leasing a new one, 2 or 3 years old. You're just saving money, okay? You guys have a great night. Like I said, please share this video for me. And if you guys come to me or send me customers, I'll send you a check if you send me customers. I promise you that. Just let me know they're coming ahead of time. But Chuck Shumwell, I work at Southgate Ford, 734-642-6681. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.